Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to Speed Gaming. We have the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race Day with a weighted mystery. What this means is we don't know what we're doing. So, we've got DJ Darkwing D and Taco today. And joining me in the commentary booth is Lightyear. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How's it going?
Going great. So, we've got some fun possibilities from this today.
Yeah, I looked over the weights. It looks like there's definitely going to be one good surprise. Don't know what that is yet.
It's a mystery.
You can tell from at least tell that they're not at least going to start with a sword, at the very least.
This is true. For all we know, it could be swordless. Before we get started, I'll also make a shout out to Professor Pixie, who will be our tracker today. So, what are we hoping to see from this, Lightyear?
I don't know. I'm going to go with a retro seed. But we're not getting that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have arrows, and at the moment, there's a brief...
We've got a standard start here.
Yeah, a standard start. My apologies.
3 crystals, red crystal at Desert Palace, blue crystals at Hera and Eastern.
So, we also know that maps are not shuffled then.
That's true.
So, already we can tell a couple of useful facts.
In fact, would that mean that there's no shuffle then?
And we have a sword. So that's a pleasant surprise.
It also keeps a nice setting of vanilla swords here in the pool for now.
So what we know is we have a standard Noki Sanity with potential for vanilla swords. Because with standard, you're guaranteed to get a weapon from Uncle anyways. So we could have just rolled a randomized sword at Uncle. Or it could be a Sword Swords. No, it can't. We'd have started with it. Never mind. It's been a little bit since I've done any Sword Swords.
Yeah, it definitely is an insured swords.
So our next job is we need to find that small key to get out of here and save the princess on our way. The escape sequence is, admittedly, a little bit simpler to discuss.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got any enemizer settings here right now either, or at least...
We don't have enemy shuffle, at least. We might have boss shuffle still.
Yeah, that's correct. I believe health can be shuffled too, but so far it looks like the enemies have standard health.
At the moment, that is what it looks like to me. And with that, we have a Quake Medallion.
No immediate progression, but I don't know if I'd even say it's great to have. At least you won't have to hunt for it later.
About the only room I've ever found use for it is the occasional time when I need it for Ice Palace Pengator room.
Yes.
It's a very rare occurrence. Chat, do disregard what Sahasrabot says about the mode. That was the mode for a previous race on the channel. The mode today is Mystery, where anything goes. So at the moment we have DJ Darkwing ahead, but it's also Escape, so the Escape does benefit the slightest optimizations you can get.
Yeah. Well, one thing we haven't seen yet is a bomb or a bomb pack.
That is unfortunate. At the moment they're hoping that Dark Cross has some bombs. Otherwise, I believe their last chance to get them is these rats.
There's a potion drop and then a no drop.
And DJ will check the Dark Cross item for us now. And there's 3 bombs, so we will be getting the pack of Escape today.
You definitely don't want to have to come through Escape again, just with bombs or the boots later.
Oh, it is awful when that happens. So while we're in a brief lull here, DJ Darkwing actually messaged me an interesting fact about this matchup. These two runners actually faced each other 5 times over the course of their ladder careers.
Oh, really? What's their record between?
Ooh, Flippers in Back of Escape. And also, I did not see a map come out of there.
Yeah, I did not see a map either, so that should be...
That means the map should be a Sanctuary. For reference, their ladder record is 3-2 in favor of Taco.
All right, let's see if DJ can, well, equalize the unofficial count.
I always do love seeing the Sanctuary when you save Zelda, just because the stained glass in the back and the sides is actually really pretty. Especially for how simple the graphics can be in this game.
So it looks like DJ Darkwing is going to forego the Aghanim for now and just go straight to the forest.
It's a very slow check for just information without boots.
Yeah.
It's useful information. Ooh.
Especially, I guess, if there's no key sanity, there's a lot less chance of something really being useful.
We have a tier 2
right away.
tree pole with 20 rupees on it. And the bombos in the woods, of course.
Not only 2 medallions. Oh, and a bow in the forest drop.
This is actually being a very productive early game. It's also worth noting that we did not... Well, yeah, I don't think we rolled entrance. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we'd have to see maybe a couple more entrances, but it looks like it'd be pretty rare already to see an entrance shuffle.
Yeah. I mean, we've only seen drop-downs at the moment, but... Yeah, I will go ahead and say that we have no entrance shuffle here.
Get a first shield and a little bit of money.
Probably most importantly, we got some extra bombs. Guaranteed not key sanity for reference, chat. Because we have no map shuffle, weighted does not have wild big keys, wild maps, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen anything different than other standard seed so far.
The big thing we will need to find out once we get to the Dark World is our goal. And there's a lamp.
Yeah, it was okay to get that early. Nice. It's better getting it earlier than late, that's for sure.
And the bottle merchant is doing the inverse of what Zora likes to do and rewards you for paying him.
Yep, hasn't learned how to scam yet.
That is a hammer. I'm a big fan of the hammer.
Yeah, so am I.
Not my favorite item overall, but definitely high up there. I'm sitting here wondering if we've got item pool or item functionality changes. That's always fun to see.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I'm just trying, because that second shield is already, I think, a little bit telling.
We've ruled out expert item pool.
Yeah, okay, but still hard item pool could be there.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, just a heart container on the race game. Not going to come back for that.
And it looks like we're going to be visiting
Yeah, I guess.
Sahasrara.
Yeah. I think you go. Would you go straight into Eastern Palace after? You got the bow and the lamp.
I would, yes, especially where it's a crystal. Because even if it is a pedestal seed, which is a possibility, we could see a required item on Armos Knights still. Especially where we don't know. It's better to play it safe and pick up the free crystal. And in the back of the closet of a wise cowboy, we have a magic mirror.
Man, the seed's just giving out some good items already.
Once we get to the mountain, we actually can do quite a bit up there.
Yep, just really need a glove or a flute for that.
I believe you can have vanilla swords on a pedestal gold. It just means you won't be able to get to your golden sword. But it's also a pedestal gold at that point, so do you really need a golden sword? Green pendant in Skull Woods, according to Sahasrara. We have our runners following one right behind the other this whole time so far.
Yeah, both skipping South Shore and going straight to the Sahasrara Eastern Palace.
I mean, you got the lamp and the bow, so it is a bit telling, yeah. And you know that it is standard dungeon items, so it's not the worst decision, because it's giving you everything to do a dungeon that has a crystal in it. Always nice to find a big key slightly early in the dungeon, so you can pick up whatever this item is and potentially be able to skip the back of escape.
I haven't been counting, but I know that's been 2 items so far. Blue Boomerang and Red Rupee in Eastern Palace.
And it looks like DJ doesn't want to play 50-50 today.
Yeah, no, Compass was... The chest taco just opened up.
It is worth noting, like chat pointed out, that DJ did not check the hint tile. With weighted mystery, it is a 50% chance that hints are turned on. So, granted, hints do take time to display, so they might not be worth, especially if you end up with the ever-famous things like there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah, true. And Tacos also skips by the hint.
Hints are nice, but not a necessity, so it's not the end of the world if we don't know if hints are on or not. These Igors are some more dangerous enemies in the game because they will actually do full damage through any mail.
Actually, I don't think I've ever remembered observing that.
There is a article from Synex. An article from Synex resources that actually goes over what's in each mystery weight set. I could see about getting that linked to the chat for if people would like it. And we got a vanilla heart container.
Yeah, so, yeah, you'll take your crystal and be happy with it. Not anything else in Eastern to write about.
But we got the best boomerang.
That is true. All right, so South Shore check coming up from DJ Darkwing.
Given the mirror poll, we're going to be seeing the Watergate first.
Yeah, always nice to be able to check these chests without having to go back in and out.
Either by clipping through this block with hookshot or deleting with the mirror. And a nice fight with the Armos Knights for Taco, as DJ finds just 40 rupees in the Watergate. You know, Lightyear, we are one item from the Dark World.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that because if we would need a cape.
Either a glove or a cape. And I know for a fact these runners would prefer not to see the cape.
That's true, especially if there's still the small possibility of vanilla swords too. Which would mean a nice, fighter sword climb.
And the Mini Moldrum did not want to run into the bomb today. Everything is red in this dungeon, except in this cave, except for the 300 rupees. Which, getting a 300 rupee right as you're about to go into a Zora check soon, that's pretty convenient.
Yeah, 800 rupees early in the game. There's definitely worse time to get a lot of money.
I mean, yes, we would need the Moon Pearl as well, but we could get to the Dark World without it. We just can't do anything. And Taco does not want to play throw the bombs at the mold worms, and will just instead use the room clearing button. DJ's got to be a little careful here, because those crabs do 2 hearts of damage, and he is in the 2-hit knockout range.
Alright, looks like he's gotten through that fine. It's going to be an item coming up soon, I believe. But just 50 rupees on Hylia Island.
Always a relief to see nothing there. Even if you do have mirror and flippers, it's still a relief to not have to worry about it. And our good friend under the bridge is a single arrow. And we'll be seeing a trip to the Zora region next. By using these ever so useful whirlpools that lie around Hyrule.
Yeah, 4 items here. Let's hope that one of them will be some sort of progression.
I mean, there's a bottle that opens up another arm. There's the cape. DJ's not happy about that, as you can tell.
Nope. Oh, and Taco also immediately went to the Zora area, did not check the man under the bridge. But he's going to check the prize from the ferry.
You know, I don't like that cape.
I'm not a fan of it either. We did get one more potential check with the bottle.
And I do apologize for any tracking mishaps. If things are missing on Tracker, the Tracker can be a little bit finicky sometimes. So please be patient. Professor Pixie is working on it.
Slightly more generous, but still terrible return from Zora.
You mean it wasn't a big 20 like it usually is?
Nope. So he decided to give you 50.
Oh, wow. Generous today, are you, Zora?
And Darkwing is... Don't know if he's going to either check that sick kid or check the Agina cave. Looks like he's going to commit to the Agaplay.
You know, I don't blame him.
No, I don't either. Especially without Moon Pearl.
The one thing that feels bad is if you're wrong and this isn't the Moon Pearl, you've got to go to one of 2 locations at the moment. Because in addition to this Aga climb, there are 2 other locations in Logic. Those locations are the Sick Kid turn-in we just picked up, and Agina.
Yeah, both out of the way and without any other way to get another check. Looks like Taco is going to at least make the sick kid play.
And let's see if that pays off. It was next to the cape. It could be our required progression. It's not. But it was worth a check. Meanwhile, DJ making relatively quick time for a hammer climb of the castle tower.
And it looks like Taco's going to just commit to Aghanim now too. So Agina Cave is going to be left unchecked.
It would be very unfortunate for progression to be there right now, wouldn't it?
It would. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see like something like a glove on Pyramid. I'll go with that.
A glove on Pyramid to force us in a different direction. I like it. And a glove on Pyramid would force us up the mountain, but
Yeah, with the mount. Yeah, if the mirror and the hammer, it's a lot of checks on the mountain available right now.
it could also be a book. I'd expect either a glove or a pearl, just because that would give us mountain or pod for progression. Because pod's also fairly likely, because we have hammer, bow, and lamp. Meanwhile, we're going to go into everyone's favorite guessing game. Well, actually, it's not the favorite guessing game, but how many blue balls do you think Aghanim is going to throw at Link today?
I'll go with 4, slightly above average.
I usually like to say around 3, just enough to make you groan, because that means you have to survive another lightning phase. $15 is now out of question. There's one. Not too bad so far. We got 1 on the first cycle, so there's still a chance of the 1 lightning cycle Aga.
Yep, we need 2 out of these next 3.
Well, there's 1 of the 2. Does DJ get lucky here? We got a 1 blue ball Aghanim today.
We're also get something very important, our gold check. Oh, there's some good information.
We've got a fast Ganon. And we got pendants in Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and Ice Palace with a red crystal in Turtle Rock. I did not see. Oh, we knew green is on. Did I just say 2?
That was 2 crystals, and nothing on the pyramid. So that means Agina
has the
progression.
So it's worth noting, if we get a glove, a pearl, and a sword, we're in go mode.
I'm still considering the possibility of vanilla swords here.
That would be absolutely awful.
It would.
Unfortunately, we have a mirror. So DJ just remember that fact, because when you save and quit with a mirror and Dark World access by Aga, you go to the pyramid.
So DJ's going to check Sick Kid, get his bombs, and then probably make his way to Agina.
So we have a 2 crystal fast Ganon with 3 light world crystals. So, as I said, if we get the Master Sword from somewhere, we're pretty much in go mode. If it's vanilla swords, the likely scenario is we need Titan's Mitts for go mode.
Yeah, because the red crystal, and one of the pendants is behind Titan's Mitts. So yeah, actually,
and of course,
that actually means Titan's Mitts would be required, wouldn't it?
Titansmith is also blocking the blacksmith, so all 3 vanilla sword locations are off the table without mitts. And at this point, I am thinking it's going to be a vanilla sword, so we need, at the absolute least, gloves, mitts, and pearl to get our master sword and a crystal. Because if we get the gloves, we can get up to Tower of Hera, which has a crystal. This one comes down to what is the lowest percent that these players feel like doing Ganon. And there's a Moon Pearl.
Okay, so that's Palace of Darkness.
Chad is telling me it's going to be a vanilla swords, so... Always a good day when you go up the pyramid to find a heart container when you're hoping to find a pearl, though.
Yeah. Well, at least it was... The Aghanim was still required.
And DJ's going to have an unfortunate realization very shortly. Although DJ might be picking up some potions. So for a minute, it looks like DJ was going for catfish, but without a glove, you can't do that. You know, that's an excellent question, chat. What character is Taco Sprite? Do you recognize it?
Actually, I think it's a Unica Tova from the East series. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think... Or it might be a Link Sprite, it's hard to tell. Actually, I think it is a Link Sprite. No, never mind, I was right the first time. Oh, it is a Satella Link, okay. Alright, thank you, chat. It's the same color scheme as the Unica Tova Sprite, but yeah.
And now we're going to where the progression is. The Palace of Darkness. Something in Palace of Darkness is our progression. So... the question is, what will it be?
I think we've got to see something major, so I still say a glove or maybe hookshot.
Glove has to come quickly at this point, I think. I think it can only be glove or hookshot at this point. Or flute.
I think book is a possibility, but it wouldn't really add too much.
Book is a possibility with, like, 2 checks at the moment.
But I'm gonna go. Yeah, actually, I think we might go with like more stacked pod. Why not both?
Hookshot, both gloves and a book.
Maybe not that many, but
that'd be a very stacked pod. To answer your question, chat, swords are progressive. So the first sword you find will always be your fighter sword. Then Master Sword, Tempered, and of course Golden at the end. I'm wrong. There is one other place progression can be right now. Lightyear. We can
Ooh.
access South Dark World.
Oh,
Hype
yes.
Cave and Stumpy
Hype
and
Cave.
Dinky are options.
But if we're going to complete Palace of Darkness, we're going to already have the 2 crystals needed to fight Ganon.
It's fitting that our two crystals have come from the first dungeon in the Light World and the first dungeon in the Dark World.
Yeah, and that's also just 2 dungeon items from the front of Pod, so those 5 items have to be in the back.
Vanilla Big Key. Gotta love it.
What kind of run is this? Right now, what we know was a standard start, and it's 2 crystal fast Ganon.
With vanilla swords. No Key Sanity. No Enemizer. I mean, I guess there's always a small chance it's boss shuffle, but no, it's not, because the boss item dropped in its normal spot. And we have boots.
There's a nice
That's
find.
progression.
I'd still be happy to find them.
Oh, it's progression. There's 1 check blocks right now.
I think Harmless Hellway has to have a key, because I think that was only the 5th key that they found.
Chat wants to tell us Taco is using Vanilla Link.
Oh. There's our 3rd shield, so at least a normal item pool.
So, any further progression is either behind those boots. Did we find a compass?
Yes, it was in the Dark Maze.
Okay, so there is an item on Helmassar.
No, neither player checked Lumberjack.
I'm kind of interested to know what's on Lumberjack at this point. Since Lumberjack is now in the logic with the... I forgot about Lumberjack, so Bonkrox and Lumberjack just came up with those boots.
Actually, we don't have do we have access to the ability to get to them? Oh yeah, we do. Of course, I'm thinking something else.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I was thinking you don't have access to North Dark World quite yet.
We don't have access to King's Tomb. Because without a hookshot or one glove, we can't get to King's Tomb at this point, because we can't get to North Dark World. It's a weird siege when you have 3 shields already. And a relatively quick hammer clear of Turtle Room. DJ's got to be careful here. Oh, but drinks the red potion. Good call. And down goes to Helmusar King.
Alright, so that is both crystals. Oh,
That's a hook shot.
Nice.
Remember how I said we didn't have access to North Dark World? That just changed.
Also, very nice routing convenience, I would say.
It's a weird seed when we are 40 minutes in, have access to the entire Dark World loop, and don't have a glove. So,
DG Darkwings looks like he's going to go to South Dark World, even after picking up that hookshot.
these have been in logic longer, and if you go through the North Dark World loop, it's going to take you a while. Plus, if you get Glove down here, you can route to Lumberjack and go straight up the mountain. So, it's an understandable decision here.
Yep.
As Taco goes in to fight the Helmusar King. That's a buck.
Alright. Let's see if Hype Cave can be hype. Well,
I'd give that a 4 or 5 area.
Yeah.
Half magic is a fantastic safety to have.
Oh, I think Taco took a death on Helmusar King here.
Unfortunate.
And unless Stumpy has something, this is, or the K45 is something, pretty much going to have to do it.
That's our glove. We're still going to continue on to K45 and Dig Game here. Taking a death on this Helmusar is pretty simple to do, because at the moment we are doing a lower than a low percent fight, I believe.
Yep.
We may have more hearts than a low percent fight, but we have Fighter's Sword. I missed what was on K45.
Me too, actually.
It's worth noting, Mirror Shield means we have a normal item pool.
Although I think with the with the vanilla swords, we would probably be seeing a Master Sword Ganon anyway.
Definitely possible. So our progression so far has been Hookshot and Glove.
So we got a lot of the mountain up in play.
DJ is going to Sanctuary here. Probably going to check Bonk Rocks and Lumberjack. So at this point, the runners just need mitts. We are in mitts go mode.
And still a fair amount of places the mitts can be, but at least you won't have to do Mire, Turtle Rock, or Ice Palace.
That's a fire rod.
That opens up Skull Woods. and the green and that green pendant for any.
You know, with the fire rod, if the runners truly wanted, they could do Ice Palace when they get the mitts and have a temper sword. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. Although, actually, it might be with the possibility of tempered Master Sword silverless, but that depends. I would do it, but I'm not comfortable with Master Sword silverless myself.
Yeah, neither am I, but I would still probably at least attempt it before doing Ice Palace.
Honestly, I'd just Ice Palace bomb jump straight to Cold Stare, so. And what a beautiful palette, Shuffleford Mountain. Wow. It looks like mint ice cream.
The berry mint. Like, what is that? Third bottle from the old man, but
And we're going to Paradox Cave. As Taco picks up Pipe Cave.
no, I'm actually welcoming even the pieces of heart right now.
I mean, I'd want all the health I could get with a green male Master Sword Silverless looking distinctly possible right now.
Wow, this has been Heart Cave so far.
There's the myths!
And that is go mode.
Okay.
Most likely, unless it isn't Vanilla Swords, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I am fairly certain it's Vanilla Swords, but if it is not, I would be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'd probably check the pedestal right away to make sure, at least the blacksmiths.
Yeah, I'd do Blacksmiths because you'd get the sword on the way as you're checking it. DJ looking for additional safeties or possibly a sword up here. And just to read a comment from chat here, what time is it? Oh, it's go o'clock! That one just struck me as really funny.
We're in Paradox Cave.
Paradox Cave, I can never remember it. I'd always call it Paradox 5, and then far right. But I can never remember if Paradox 5 is the bottom or the middle. We would need Ice Rod for Turtle Rock, except Turtle Rock isn't required because we are on a 2-crystal fast Ganon. And DJ is save and quitting to the Sanctuary.
All right, let's see if he makes a line for the blacksmith.
I mean, checking the rest of Death Mountain did get him an extra heart, so...
Yeah, more than a few, I think. I think there was at least 2 hearts up there, if not
There's
more.
at least 3, actually. Comparing the health bars of Taco and DJ, I think there were 3 hearts between heart pieces and heart containers.
And it looks like with that mirror, it looks like Yeah, it looks like DJ is going to go straight for the blacksmiths to see if it is. Or not.
He's going straight for blacksmiths.
Oh, yeah.
I think he.
Okay.
I will just assume that's a forgetting that the blacksmith is not at the darksmith. Easy to forget occasionally. And Taco's having a little trouble getting on the ladder with the spin speed, but does get up there. Easy to do, because spin speed makes you move really, really fast.
It does.
And trying to precisely line up anything is virtually impossible.
Yep, there's our sword. So, yeah.
That is official go mode for DJ.
Just has to go into Dark World, and that's it.
I'm a fan of going to it from the house because you can go to the Dark World and bonk that tree to get a fairy for your full health.
Yeah, especially with green mail, because then it's at least an extra hit.
As Taco heads into Tower of Hera. And does not pick up the small key.
Oh, that was a small key and a compass. So this might have been a beatable only seed, or not that you really.
We have
know.
a lamp.
But the big key was not in the first two chests.
We have a lamp. We could have gotten the basement.
Well, it means. Oh yeah, that's true. Man, I'm just thinking about something else, and.
Now, DJ has to be very careful here. The Trident and the Fire Bats, I believe, do 4 hearts of damage if you hit them.
Yeah.
And Ganon himself does 8.
Yeah, I think he took a hit already, because I think he came into this fight with 10.
He has a blue potion in reserve.
And it looks like the cape's draining normally, so I think...
That is... Nope, we are on hard item functionality.
Oh man. Just to add insult. Well, at least now...
Oof. So now the challenge is... Okay, so DJ has 1 heart.
Yeah, no other ways to restore it.
That was the one time you wanted to see a warp. DJ survived the hardest part of Master Sword Silverless.
But it's still a long fight to go.
Because once we hit Phase 4, it is 24 Master Sword spins. That have to be executed pretty much perfectly at this point, because... I would love to know what the access requirement for that is.
Yeah. So that's going to be a slower fight, because it's going to be hard to use... I don't think he'd have enough magic to use the fire rod for the...
He would not, no. Honestly, it's better to be safe at this point than try to go for triples, though. Yeah, I would love to know what the GT access requirement is right now. What about you?
I'd like to know that too. I wonder
Maybe
if Taco
Taco
might
shows.
take a check at it after he looks like he's starting with the Dark World Death Mountain.
DJ making sure to hold the lamp shot until he is about to fire a fire bat. trying to avoid getting hit because, again, we have 1 heart. This is an extremely tense fight. So, and DJ's performing very well right now. I have not been counting.
No, I haven't either.
But we've been going for about 3 minutes, I think, for the overall fight.
I would say definitely on the latter half of the fight. Like, probably under 10 to go. Taco's making a few more checks on Death Mountain than DJ Darkwing did. Doesn't look like they found anything, though.
And we have to be getting close, right?
Yeah, we gotta be pretty close now. I'll say 4
My heart is racing right now. And I'm not even performing this fight.
Oh, never not even 4. That is it.
So once DJ gets across this 1x3 bridge, get your GGs in chat for DJ Darkwing D. Please don't fall off. Okay, get your GGs in chat for DJ Darkwing D, finishing in first place. With an official racetime.gg time of 56:30. So, that was a very tense fight. What did you think, Lightyear?
Wow. I think we're being joined by DJ Darkwing D.
And welcome to the chat room, DJ.
Can I unpucker yet?
Please,
Yes.
can I? You were at 1 heart for a Master Sword Silverless Phase 4. How's your heart rate?
I can't tell if it's in my butt or in my throat. That was good. I don't how the hell I clutched that out. I don't know. That was great. That was one of the best and worst Ganon fights I've ever had.
So, that was a seed.
You know what? No, it was not that bad. The only thing that I should have finished, honestly, actually, if I'm being quite honest, I should have finished about 15 to 20 minutes from now, because it didn't hit me until I got done with Hookshot Cave that, oh my god, it's Vanilla Sword, you idiot.
We've been watching this race, trying to decipher these settings. So
like my original thought was, first of all, I thought the Moon Pearl was going to be on the pyramid ledge. I assumed that I was the first one there, and that Taco probably did everything else first.
Taco did the sick kid turn in, but then went up the tower up behind you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Both of you last located Moon Pearl on Agito.
It was a dumb place for it. I mean, I think doing the Ganon fight like that was, or not the Ganon fight, the Aga 1 fight like that was definitely preferable. You only had 2 locations left. You had the sick kid, or as I call him, the extra life kid, or you have Agina, and they're both super out of the way. They're already pointing you towards the tower, unless one of them randomly has the glove, in which case then you have everything to go up the mountain and do Hera. But it was just kind of really pointing you towards doing that. So But the whole time, like after I got done, I'm going through pod going, man, can I please just have a sword? If you can just have a sword, I already know that it's only two crystals. I can full clear this. It's no issue, nothing here. Going through everything. The whole reason I went up the mountain was going, well, I'm sure Taco is going to go to Village of Outcast or something like that first. I see he has the mitt, so obviously that wasn't true. Him in Thieves Town right now. But so that's the whole reason I went up the mountain. And then, yeah, like I said, after Hookshot Cave, it finally hit me. Oh my God, this is Vanilla Swords. Just go to the Smiths. Yeah. And somebody says in chat, and the reveal that GT had silvers. F this seed.
I would love to know what the GT access requirement is right now. I will tell you that.
If I hadn't figured out that it was Vanilla Swords, I was actually going to go over and check.
But so
sorry, we
have
talked through like all your questions.
No, absolutely. Vanilla Swords Fast Ganon 2-7 or 2 question mark, I should say.
And all the other 3 swords were all locked behind the Titan's mitts.
Yeah, with mitts blocking 3 swords.
Good Lord. Like, honestly, I was just excited when I finished Aga 1 and, you know, it was Fast Ganon. I'm like, all right, cool. And then to see 2 crystals, you're going, oh, crap. As soon as I find the Moon Pearl, I have everything to do pod.
Well, as I mentioned in the commentary booth, if you found the Moon Pearl, you had pod. If you found the gloves, you had Hera. And there's an ice rod in Thieves Town.
Yeah, that was a really good point. I didn't think about it like that.
So, we've got, for reference, Taco is clearing Thieves. I don't know if Taco's realized it's Vanilla Swords.
No, I don't think so.
But, so, I was going to ask originally what your thoughts were when you saw the 2 crystal Ganon requirement, but as you said, oh crap, once I've Moon Pearl, I can get into pod.
I mean, at that point, my first thought was just, oh, thank you, sweet baby Yoda.
You know, there was a part of me when I signed up to commentate this, I was hoping to see something a little crazier. I forgot that Master Sword Silverless is crazy.
I don't think it's normally that crazy, but yeah, that was a fight.
Yeah, finding out at the end also the hard item functionality.
You know what? I screwed myself on that because I had actually already figured that out myself. When I was climbing GT, I tried to use the boomerang to stun a guard that was in my way in the room before Aga, but it wasn't working, and that's when it hit me. Oh crap! It's hard item pool. Let me switch over to the bow and kill him that way because I was already low on hearts. That was not a good climb by me.
Yeah, I missed that moment. So Lightyear and I only realized it when we actually only realized it when the cape drained twice as fast.
Yeah, that was going on, and I'm going, oh crap, that's right. You're dumb. Just get as many spins as you can. Just get your spins. No, this was, normally on Mystery, you are expecting something a little crazier. It's kind of funny that you had said that too, because at the time I was kind of just thinking as we're going on, wow, this is going to end up like just some regular 7-7 BS. And no, the question mark 2 was a pleasant surprise at least.
Yeah. That's right. Ganon goes last in those orders. I said it the wrong way last time.
You know what? I screw it up constantly.
So, and after a relatively tense blind fight, we have our first pendant pickup.
I mean, I'm I'm sure he's gonna go and check the smith as he goes through this. But somebody in chat said they don't think he actually saw what the he didn't check the tower or didn't check the pyramid sign.
That would be unfortunate. Lightyear, do you have any questions for DJ?
No, I think he's covered it.
So, for reference, if anybody is wondering, because we have one other person in this race, Link to the Past, Ken. He just finished up Swamp.
I guess it is in logic. That was in logic when you went down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had everything with the hook shot being given to you by Helmasaur. That 100% was in logic. That was actually something that crossed my mind. That maybe you should check this. But like I said, I was starting to think, let's figure something else out and go from there. It looks like he's actually going to the desert. So, but yeah, if that's it, I'm gonna call it a night. I did not expect to be done at 11 p.m. I can go back
to no further questions. So, thank you, DJ. Good game.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the both of you for doing the commentary. I do appreciate that. Professor Pixie doing some the clicky clicks as well on tracking. Thank you so much to you as well. And another person that we need to thank is Professor Renderer, who he's one of the admins that's always setting things up. So I do want to throw my appreciation out there to Professor Renderer as well.
And Taco drops into the Ganon hole.
All right, I'll bounce while you call this. GG again. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Go follow me.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow our runners today as well. So, yeah, do follow our runners, DJ Darkwing D and Taco. They've given us quite a show. As we have our spitting weapon fight with the pig. We need to land 52 spins on this pig.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
We will probably be getting a potion shop visit.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have Master Sword Silverless is again not an easy fight for runners. It's, even some veteran runners can struggle with that. Just because
I'd say it's the length of time and
it's tedious.
You have to approach the at least the fire bat or the ring stage, I think, a little bit differently. Simply because you just don't get the chance to really get that many hits on him.
And we'll have Taco versus Ganon. Take two.
So I think Taco does know its hard item functionality first. I saw him in Thieves Town trying to anti-fairy a one of the bunny beams.
And only getting a heart. Alright, we are now in the we can get killed by anything phase of this fight.
I think he's in phase 2. And you don't even get time for 2 spin attacks. That's a lot of magic he's using up here.
So long as you don't use up all your potions here, you're fine.
Yeah, I think that was his last potion, but...
He has one more blue potion
Oh. Never mind.
that he may have to use just to survive.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
So you probably don't save and continue here if you want to save the potions, right?
The big problem now is you have no magic going in.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to use that potion for magic eventually. And doing this with only 2 hits to spare is a very difficult fight.
Again, the hardest part of this fight. Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's going for double hits here.
Phase 2 is the hardest part of this fight. Ooh.
Just gonna drop straight in.
I mean, what's the difference between a 1 hit and 2?
Well, you commit to using the potion, not much at all.
This looks about what my Master Sword Gans tend to look like.
I mean, I've only successfully done it once. But I think even then I had a couple, at least one more safety than this.
You also probably weren't playing hard item functionality.
Yeah, that's true.
That is not where you want Ganon to be when he's spinning.
No.
That is where you want him to be.
I need to use a little bit to get out, or just tank the hit. That's very low
That's
magic.
Not good. That's not good. I don't know if Taco has enough magic to finish this fight.
I don't think so. I think that's maybe enough for...
Well, that doesn't have help for the fight now either. Alright, and Taco has forfeited in the race room. So GG to Taco nonetheless. Admirable attempt, not an easy fight.
Yeah, very difficult cap to an otherwise fairly straightforward seed.
All right, and also looks like Link's Past Ken, the third final runner from the room, has also forfeited. To answer where the gloves are in chat. Oh, that's actually Link's Past Ken in chat. So, to answer, now you forfeited. The gloves were on Stumpy and then Paradox Cave, and swords are vanilla locations. But GG to all three of these racers. That was a short but rude seed. So, when at this point, shoutouts again to our runners, our featured runners, DJ Darkwing and Taco. Big thanks to Professor Pixie for dealing with the tracker for us. And thank you, Lightyear, for joining me here in the commentary booth. Please follow everyone involved.
No problem. And thank you also, Zeke.
Please also follow the Speed Gaming Network of Herc. We have 6 channels. Speed Gaming and then Speed Gaming 2 through 6, as well as some of the foreign language streams we have on Speed Gaming. With the race finished, I'll just say, hey, big thank you for watching, and have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Although, it looks like we have Taco in the waiting room, so if
no,
we want
maybe
to
not.
Taco, if Taco wants to join us, we're actually not going to cut off quite yet. We'll see if Taco wants to join us in the voice call. Taco's currently having a couple of technical difficulties, so we'll give Taco just a minute. So with that, Lightyear, what do you think of this seed?
Well, as I said, it seemed to start all right. I mean, Agnum required isn't great, but but with 2 crystals, and then suddenly just a pretty rude ending, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely a rude ending to the seed.
I mean, we never found King of Samaria, so Turtle Rock was never in play. I mean, I guess Ice Palace was possible if you wanted that temperature.
You could have done Ice Palace and Skullwoods to pull the... Oh, Link's Past Ken says he found the cane. Where was the cane, Ken? All right, and Taco is in the chat at the moment, so I guess if your mobile isn't working, we can ask you questions and you can respond to us. Did you have any thoughts on that seed? Please remember that this is family friendly. Swamp Palace Cane, according to Link to the Past Ken. So, Cane and Swamp.
Yeah, looking like it was like the standard at least all items available. As I believe Ken also said there was the flute on Desert Ledge that would have been accessible with that book in Hype Cave.
Yeah, vanilla swords is what made this a mean seed. Vanilla swords combined with pendant, crystal and pendant placements. Because technically, if, say, Swamp was a pendant instead of Ice Palace, we didn't need the mitts to get there. Let's see. So, do you have any other questions for Taco? Because I'm coming up at a blank.
No, just I guess the chat did ask if you did check the Ganon requirement. You did definitely, because you went after you went got your sword. You definitely went straight to Ganon. And yeah, even if the problem is, even with the mitts, you still would need the mitts for one of the two swords. Yeah, so
Yeah, we don't know what GT was, Ken. Nobody checked.
yeah, Darkwing, after getting the gloves, almost immediately left Death Mountain.
So if there are no other questions, I'd say we can probably go back to oh, hold on. Yeah, it did take a little longer, but
Yeah, I guess the last. Did you realize it was vanilla swords when you got the blacksmith sword? Did you, Taco?
so for reference, some Taco's comments have been wishing it wasn't vanilla swords, and then with it being a 2 crystal Gan, where's that sword? And to answer Lightyear's question, Taco had a hunch at that point. So, with things having come to a conclusion on our race, again, shoutouts to the runners, shoutouts to Professor Pixie, our tracker, and shoutouts to my co-com Lightyear, and shoutouts to Speed Gaming for hosting these daily races. And one last time, have a good night, everybody.